ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather round. The Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on, I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Facce is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Facce.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Facce.
Well, Dr. Facce. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look, they created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Facce, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. It's like I said, that everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Facce, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days and counting of Renaissance Man. So far in 2021, 12 albums and 156 songs have been released into the world. But we're not even close to done yet, fam. My plan is to put an album out every month for the rest of my days, as well as show up for you every single night. I've created 3 feature films this year: Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, and A Christmas Story. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark, Dick Facce, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Facce. And then of course Supermark, who's pretty freaking super if you ask me, just saying. Hammerlin Jamison's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right at a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway.
Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie.
And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars.
Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that.
Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees.
Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo.
Francesco Vigilughi. Look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. BB Poo Poo. Don't forget we did 3 cryptos this year. BB Poo Poo, Pee Pee Poo Poo, and of course, Shibbity Bibbity Boo. But it almost was wrecked because of the original Shick Shiggity Boo Boo. Well, look, people are still on the fence, Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pires of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them.
Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. And Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Facce Mulder.
Sonny, you still got the cough?
There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Facce. And then of course I saved the world, saved all the animals and stuff too. Zucker Chooch, Donald Trump Show, make sure you check that out. And we did a couple of raps over the last year. You may not want to miss those.
Trump, Biden, and Christopher Walken rapping?
Yeah. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Mark says, I did it. 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course.
Oh, and the artwork I created as Leo Marco da Vinci.
The Mona Lisa? When I got that freaking red, like murdering a family?
That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s.
Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that,
Sculpture, you think you could paint this ceiling?
Got it. Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin.
Markola Tesla?
If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity.
I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the Fur Elise, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Doing the fifth and taking all that work?
And then, like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing the 8 Mile situation. I'm like, Mark and M's the man now, but I paved the way is the Marktorious B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one.
Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln.
You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della.
That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, remember, you give me a friggin' toothpick and like some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. And there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about beatseat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it, and this is a little demo I made. Welcome to beatseat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone, everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you could play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
stars glowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's Saturday Night Live! It's Mark Pires.
I was walking down the road today,
And it's Renaissance Man. I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1104 in a row of the Renaissance Man show, and we're gonna get into it just like we do every single night, fam. What are we gonna do tonight? I'm not really sure yet. Could be one of many different things. I came out here, I'm like, oh, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So I just said I'm not really sure. The idea is this is the distraction from the distraction. And if we can distract ourselves from the negativity for a little while, at least from the negative world, and kind of just reset, come back to center, and remember that life is friggin' amazing. You only get one shot at it. You get one day, every day. There's only one life. I'm not sure what happens afterwards, if there's anything beyond, if you go to some pearly gates, or if it's just one existence, and then you become something else afterwards. I'm really not sure. But what I could say is this. If you love your moments, if you can live in your moments, the time will last a little longer. It also lasts longer if you live in, your mind, which is a terrible place to be. You want to try to get centered because that keeps you from your mind. Your mind is some rabbit hole that will continue to drive you into new areas to start to consider different options and different things. You're better off just centering yourself and then reflecting on what you've created or what you've done in your past, your errors and your successes, and you figure out where you are. You continue to move forward from the second, not from a past memory. We continue to judge ourselves based on things we do in our past, and the thing is, you've done them. Move forward. Let's live this day. Let's get to tomorrow, but you can't get there by thinking about yesterday. Because what happens is you do get to tomorrow, but you did nothing with today. So that's, I think, the beauty of a creation show. Without a script, we have to create something. There is nothing out there until we do something with it. So 1,104 days in a row, we come out here and we let this song start us off. Matt friggin' Zebraski's over there ready to give us a woohoo. We get that woohoo? You'll see. I'm just holding off. I hope he does it tonight. Zebraski, are you woohooing us tonight? You better woohoo. He's like, of course, Mark. Look, 11:08. You better be giving us a woohoo to take us into tomorrow. I want it. Sometimes Zebraski just kind of gets through it because he gets a paycheck. He's the only one who gets a paycheck. So he's just like, I'm just going to do it, But I keep telling him, any night, the Grammy committee could be listening in. If he wants to Grammy it this year, you want to Grammy it? Triple, three-peat? You want to do a three-peat Michael Jordan style? And pick up a triple Grammy in a row? Zebraski, for your woohoo, you better bring it right friggin' now. I want to hear it.
Something to live for.
There sure is something to live for. Let me hear it, Zebraski. I need a woohoo. Woohoo! Right? That was an 8.1. You should be lucky, Zebraski. I gave you an 8.1 after that performance. Right, guys? What are we talking about? He does a woohoo like that, and he wants higher than an 8.1? No, I know, Joanne. Joanne said I was being generous with an 8.1.
I know, Joanne. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm giving him an 8.1. He should be patting me on the back for that one on the way out the door when he picks up his check from Joanne. Remember, Zebraski, you can't, now you can't make a big deal and call the police if she speaks to you. He had in his last contract that Joanne was not allowed to speak to him. She's got a George Soros voice. And when we're dealing with it, hey, Zebraski, he gets nervous. He doesn't want to come back. Sometimes he needs security to get back in the studio. So what he does is he says, look, I don't want to hear from Joanne. I know I got to walk by her and I got to hear the freaking filing cabinet as she files the Zebraski file, coincidentally. But he's going to instead just do a pass by. He even looks the other way. He does like a no-look pass situation. He grabs the check, looking the other way. Joanne's like, he got the gills. She's looking. She wants to just have eye contact with him. But he does the no-look grab. Grabs his check and goes. But now, 2022, I snuck a little provision there. Article B. Schedule 9er. He's there. Oh, good, Mark. I'll do an extension for another year. Now he's got to talk to Joanne. It's in the contract. He's got to say hi to her. He's got to say goodbye to her. No, Zebraski, there's no takebacks. Your blood is there. You can't. It's a blood oath here on Renaissance Man. You did the blood oath. One more year of woo-hoos. You're going to tell me now, of all days? I'm backing out. No, I'm not saying hi to Joanne. Joanne is right there every day. She can't even get out of the studio right now. Guys, just to give you an overview. Joanne, she's my assistant. She's been with us for a while, but now in the studio, it's starting to smell. Because she's friggin' here still. She went and got a bugaboo. Dr. Weasel Frauchi was like, oh yeah, if you get 7,464 boosters, and then you put on a bugabooster, and then you wear 90,642 masks, you're gonna be safe. Joanne, she just went and got a bugabooster. She went there and the weird thing happened. She had a side effect. She falls over, rolls onto her side, and the doctor freaked out. He didn't know what to do. He had to go look in that book. The book that tells him what's going on. He's looking. He's like, I gotta go find the book. She's laying there on the ground. You hear George Soros voice. And a nurse comes walking by just holding bugaboos because that's what they do. 2021, 2022, holding the bugaboos. Oh, there's someone who looks like she needs a bugaboo. Big biggity boo hits her with a bugaboo. Now she's got a double-decker. She's got a double-decker same day. You know what happened, Joanne? She started myocardi. She was chilling with a myocardi. And a couple days in, after the double-decker situation, humongocarditis. When she was dealing with the humongocarditis, I started getting calls from CNN. They said, look, we're not liking that she's got a humongocarditis. We're thinking about categorizing it differently. I said, look, humongocarditis. Are you kidding me? Humongocarditis was yesterday, CNN. She's dealing with gigantocarditis right now. And when we started to figure out that she's going to require a whale heart in order to, fill the cavity in her chest because of the bugaboo situation, we were in trouble. We started a GoFundMe. You could go check it out. It's gofundme.com/Joanne from the Renaissance Man Show's massively ridiculous heart that we need to excise and replace with a whale heart immediately. Bimenin. You got to put the bimenin in there and leave the last S off for savings. If you want to really get a good deal, you leave that last S off, okay? If you you put both S's on at the end and you want savings, right? No, I know, Joanne. They want savings and not leaving the last S off for savings. I know. Zebraski, no, you always leave the last S for savings. I know. He says that's all I do. He doesn't make the phone call without leaving that last S off for savings. It's tough. It's tough because now she's got the humongocarditis. And then we're getting the call, gigantocarditis. CNN said, look, we're trying to kind of pull a fake news situation on this. We're going to call it magnificent carditis, and we're going to tell everybody it's a cool thing, and you want it. Oh, my goodness. When Chris Cuomo, before he got fired, when Chris Cuomo got on the air and started talking about how great it was to get a magnificent carditis, oh, right, guys? I'm here. I'm doing it. Monologue situation. Renaissance Man. Joanne. She can't get out of the studio now. I called an excavation crew. I was like, look, I need to get rid of my assistant in that studio. Her name's Joanne Soros. At the time, we weren't certain that she was George Soros' daughter. We confirmed it. I called Maury Povich. I did a Maury Povich situation. He came in studio. He's here at the radio station. I said, Maury, I'm going to take a break. You do the reveal.
Povich gets on the air.
When it comes to the case of Joanne and George Soros, you are the father.
Bang, biggity boo. Joanne Soros, we officially know. So she's there. She's taking it. Double-decker situation. CNN's calling her like, oh, the ultimate, to have magnificent carditis. We should all dream for it, you know? And so they kind of continue that propaganda situation, pushing everybody towards the bugaboo. And look, if you get one a day, you're going to be good. Like, the first 4 didn't work, but get one more. The next one's the one. You know, like that worked. People were like, dude, that last one was, but I just one more, and I'm there. I got full protection then. And you know, all those people are at home right now with Civid, so I don't know. It's a weird thing, isn't it? The world is a little topsy-turvy at the moment. I was talking to Joanne about it when I told her that her I'm sorry, I keep doing that because of CNN. They kind of started to spin that web, you know? Her humongocarditis, gigantocarditis, the friggin', you know, Jurassicarditis. We're going like Jurassic period on her heart. Massive. Ridiculous. You guys hear the wheezing? Right? What are we talking about here, Joanne? You can't stop the wheezing? I'm doing a monologue. What's that, Zebrask? Zebrask! Of course you can. You can absolutely smack Joanne in the hiney butt on the way by and see if it helps her heart. He said, do you think it will help her heart if I smack her hiney butt as I grab my check on the way out the door? It's worth a shot. I was trying to tell you, had an excavation crew. They looked at it. They did the math. E equals MC squared situation. Sorry, it doesn't work, Mark. What do you mean it doesn't work? You can't get her out of my studio? No, I'm sorry. She has to stay for good. Well, what do we do for food? Where is she going to sleep? She takes over the entire back of the studio now, you know. Filing? All through the night, I'm hearing that friggin' filing cabinet. Friggin' A! Joanne! Right? It gets difficult when, you know, you're doing it. And Joanne's just kind of rocking it, you know. Just, I wouldn't say she's completely, you know, cramping my style or anything, but like, she's cramping my style. Yeah. Like, you don't come cramp the style Renaissance Man show. Doing a monologue. Trying to get it through it. We're talking about it. She's back there with the Wheezy situation. Wheezy McGee. Can we call you Wheezy McGee? No, I know we just started finally figuring out what your last name is and we're calling you Soros, but can we call you Wheezy McGee Soros? Is that on the table? I would. That was a Zebrask. Wait, I have to get a permission first from Joanne before you can call her Wheezy McGee Soros, because he got right on it. Did you hear him? Because, yeah, Wheezy McGee Soros. Oh, man, that was rude. Right, guys? When Zebrask gets into it, you know, I feel bad in a way when Zebrask gets into it because I can't control it. You know, he's got that woohoo voice. You know, he's commanding attention. You know. What's no? Oh, yeah, no, that's right, Joanne. Poor Joanne. She said, can you please, one more time, just tell people I'm not doing well on my GoFundMe. Can you share the link? You got it, Joanne. Guys, I'm going to say it slow this time so you get it. And so you can go and support Joanne's massively ridiculous heart. It's only getting bigger by the minute. It reminds me of Dr. Wayne Doppler, how he continues to grow. So, www.gofundme. That part's easy, right? She keeps wanting me to make this smaller and shorter, but I think this is just the perfect length. Like, if you go any shorter, people don't know what the frig they're donating to, right? So, GoFundMe.com/Joanne from the Renaissance Man shows. Joanne, when I say it slow, I can't say it correctly, I think, because I forgot how it goes. Joanne from the Renaissance Man shows massively ridiculous heart that we need to excise and replace with a whale heart immediately. By Menon. I did it slow. When you get it all together, you know, this is real time just because it's hard sometimes. When I get things slow, and I need to hear it fast. I'm a rhythm guy. You know, like if I'm listening to and I got a rhythm situation going, I'm like beating to it later. I'm like, I say to GoFundMe.com/Joanne from the Renaissance Man's massively ridiculous heart that we need to excise immediately and replace with a whale's heart by Menon. And that just is it. Like the beat was there, right? I don't know. I mean, sometimes you get it. It just, woo, that beat's flying, right? And then they're pumping in the car. You're out there, right? You're driving top down, springtime, and you're just like, you got like, American Pie, whatever crap while you're driving, right? And right next door, you hear it. They're doing it. They're banging it. And you're like, what are you? Hold on. Honey, can you turn that down? Just turn it down for a second. What are they jamming on next to us?
www.gofundme.com/Joanne from the Renaissance Man.
And I'm like, I'm in the car and I'm just like this now. You know what I mean? I'm like, honey, let's do it. We're doing like the SNL thing with Chris, Kattan and Will Ferrell, and we were doing it to it, the GoFundMe song. It charted. It charted that summer. The summer of the GoFundMe, Joanne's GoFundMe. What was good about the charting of Joanne's GoFundMe song is she finally made some freaking money on GoFundMe, guys. Let me just see where she's at right now. GoFundMe. Joanne from the massively ridiculous heart that we need to excise and replace with whale heart. By men. It's an extra long N. Leave a last S off first. Savings. Joanne, you're killing it. $12.13. You guys are sweet to her. I got to tell you, sometimes I'm like, Joanne, it's just because of your voice. Joanne, it's just because you wheeze all the time. And the family members don't like that I'm trying to monologue, I'm trying to do it, all right? And you're there doing a wheezy situation. You're there. I keep asking Zebraski to bring me a WD-40 situation, and he keeps forgetting. He doesn't forget to bring me pictures of his Grammy. Oh, look, Mark, I got another picture of your Grammy that I got last year. Yeah, I know. You got it for my song. I didn't even get any credit. Woohoo! Unbelievable. You give someone an opportunity, right? They get a Grammy. You figure at least during the speech, you're going to get like a, hey guys, I just want to say thanks to Mark Pires, Renaissance Man, for providing me the platform. And what I mean by platform is the opportunity to feel an emotion like a woohoo coursing through my body. So I did it. I did the woohoo. I'm sitting here. Grammy situation. My name is Matt Zebraski, and I'm doing it. Grammy, right? I just want to thank Marks for it. You know what I mean? He couldn't do that. He got up there, he thanked everybody but the Renaissance Man show. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a second. We didn't even, on the Grammy, it says, woohoo of the year, Matt Zebraski for Something to Live For, Mark Pires. They don't even mention it during the song. They're like, we have our woohoo of the year, Matt Zebraski. Okay, how about for the song? Matt Zebraski for the song, Something to Live For, Mark Pires. No, they didn't even do that far. They just said his name. We have our woohoo of the year. It's when they get to the tail end of the Grammy situation. They're just trying to run through it. They got a lot more to go. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, Grammy for woohoo of the year. Come on, guys, let's go. Are you serious? All right, woohoo of the year, Matt Zebraski. Yeah! I just want to thank ding, 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 to get the frig off the stage. Our next woohoo is for biggest poop during the commissary. What? They're doing it, though. They have so many extra awards there at the end. They need to make sure they have enough time to get everybody up there. So Zebraski, you're still the one thank you should have been Renaissance Man show, guy who provided you the song to go woohoo and get a friggin' Grammy. Instead of thanking Jesus, you thank Jesus, they kick you off the stage. You're gonna thank Jesus instead of Renaissance Man show, the music, the song that brought you to the friggin', to the upper echelon, Grammy. You're doing it now. That's something you're gonna have to live with, Zebraski. One day they'll ask you, when you get to the pearly gates. Zebraski, do you think you made the right decision? What do you mean? You get called, woohoo of the year, Matt Zebraski, and you take that 30-second walk from your table when everyone's going, yeah, Zebraski, good job. You get up, you're doing it. You're waving, right? You get up, you're trotting towards you see the microphone. You're like, I gotta go up there and I gotta thank everybody I know. Who am I gonna thank first? 30 seconds to think about it, Zebraski. You got 30 seconds. You get up there and you thank Jesus instead of the guy who gave you the song and you do the woo-hoo. Do you think that was the right move? Well, I don't know, St. Peter. I'm here at the gates trying to get into heaven. I thought I was doing it for God. Like, that's good. Did it for Jesus. No, I'm sorry. You give it to the Creator.
creator of the song. You don't get creator of everything. What are we talking about? St. Peter, woo, get the frig out of here. You got kicked out. I'm sorry. You should have known better. Zebrask. It's a sad day when Zebrask gets to the pearly gates and they're like, nope, sorry. You didn't say, thanks, Mark Pires Renaissance Man, for the Woohoo of the Year Grammy. Now all of a sudden he's there. He's at parties with freaking Kardashian in situations, right? Doing it with Kanye. He's rubbing elbows. He did the Woohoo on the last Kanye album. And everybody's like, yeah, Zebrask, right? He had no chance to get in with Kanye. Right? Yeezy situation? You think he's getting in with Kanye? He doesn't get a Woohoo first Renaissance Man show? Bang, biggity boo. I'm there. I get my moment. St. Peter. You're like, look, Mark, we're sorry. We saw what you did there. We saw you did it for Zebrask. You gave him the give and go. He gave it to you and you slot passed it right down into the lane, right? He took it. Air Jordan situation from the foul line. He's up. This was, a clip they played for years on YouTube when everybody was and flying through the and he couldn't, give credit where credit's due. He's like a Scottie Pippen situation, where you're just ripping people down just because. Yeah. And look, you could do people dirty like Pips did to the Jordan, or you could do people right. Like Renaissance Man did to you, but I think you may be a Pip. I think Zebrask, they're calling you Scottie Pippen. Yeah. Benedict Arnold situation over here, guys. Oh, I did Woohoo for over 1,100 days in a row. He owes me. Excuse me, you got paid every freaking day. Right, guys? What are we talking about here? Zebrask? You trying to tell me I owe more? Ron knows. My brother Ron knows. I'm here, I'm doing it. I got freaking Zebrask over here demanding more. After I did all the work. No, good job, Mark. Thanks for the song for me to go woohoo on. St. Peter. I remember Zebrask one day, St. Peter. And when that conversation occurs, you just remember it's because you didn't do the right thing. You left me out in the lurch. I'm here now. 156 songs last year. We're doing it. Grammy committee. They haven't listened to one song. They listen to anything that Zebraski woohoos. My show, they listen to every day to make sure the woohoo is above standard. But they don't listen to music. As soon as the music comes on, they have to shut it off. It's part of their NC 974 agreement. When you're dealing with an NC 974 agreement, and they want to get into it, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Anyway, fam, friends, I do want to say, how the freaking hell is everybody doing? We are here Saturday Night Live. That's a 30-minute introduction, probably more like 20-minute live improvisation. I don't know what I did just now. I don't know what the heck I just did. I really don't. We'll look back at it later. That's probably going to wind up being a little movie night in the next week or so. So how's everybody doing? Oh, Bernard said he didn't like the breakup artist. It sucked about hearing from an ex from 6 years ago. She was just a phone call friend. Last 5 came out and do my final cleanse. Oh, buddy. That's the beautiful thing. I think that everything is subjective in life, especially artwork, especially comedy. And doing a comedy like The Breakup Artist, I think was one of the funniest things I ever did, because it's just looking at, smiling people in all these scenes and me just tearing them apart or pretending to. And it's goofy to see how much stuff you can create in that type of scenario where you're the guy who gets the call to break them up, And I think that it's funny now that we have 4 movies. I do think one of these days we're going to play them back to back. I'm not sure which. They probably just go in order, but I want to play them, in order one of these days. And I mean, the Christmas movie, I think maybe I leave out, and then just it's one we play every Christmas, and we just, right now we play the 3. I really want to get back to the future Mark Dunn. I dropped a little clip today, a little short about it. And Axe, my brother, good to see you, pal. I dropped a short today about
this. I want to finish up Back to the Future, Mark. It has to be done. And I think we just need an intro and an outro. We have so much content for it. It's probably going to be 2 movies. I don't think it could be one movie, a 4-hour movie. So I have to do 2 movies, 2 hours each, roughly. And so it will be a first part and a second part. There's going to have to be an area where it switches over to the next concept. The movie changed significantly. So the first 4 or 5 episodes were Q&As, where you guys would send messages in on the chat here, and I would just respond and answer them like Back to the Future Mark would. And that was the first 4 or 5 episodes. Then we started doing where I'm from the future, but I've been everybody in the past. And we start realizing how many people I've been from the past, like, I all the way back, everybody always called it Moses, but it was Marxist, and I did it, Parther at sea, and you're doing it. And then it's just crazy. You start realizing how many people you can work with the name Mark, and so we do Mark Jellin, and I circumnavigated the globe as Mark Jellin. And it's like Abraham Mark Lincoln, and the Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I stopped slavery. And it's, hold on a minute. Are you kidding me? I'm there. Dun, 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 dun. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart doing it. And I did it all until one day you guys were all Mandelaed. Everybody was Mandelaed. You guys all remember people like Mozart, You don't remember, when I was doing... I always forget the other one. Marktoven. That's the one I play all the time. But when I was doing a Marktoven situation, and then everybody was like, let's just give it to the hack, Beethoven. Let's put it all in his name. It bothered me because if you look at the original tablature and you grab like a little razor blade and scrape it, you'll see, Marktoven underneath. But they put this is like an original whiteout situation they made. Covered up Marktoven, wrote down Beethoven. Now everybody's like, oh, he's such a genius. Friggin' hack. Beethoven was a hack. Stealing it all from Marktoven. It kind of bothers me. You do the work. My family gets none of the credit. Mark Delled. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You thought you were Mandelaed, but I was also, Nelson Mandela. I was there doing it. I did the 20 years. I did the 20 years in prison. I came out. I did the speech. Apartheid's bad, guys. What are we doing? Let's stop. Let's make some magic happen here. South Africa situation. Mark Della. You guys all forgot that though, didn't you? I don't know. I remember Nelson Mandela. Yeah, you remember Mandela, and you remember Fruit of the Loom, right? With a friggin' cornucopia. But you don't remember Mark Della. You don't remember when I was Abraham Mark Lincoln. People are always like, oh, we had to go biblical. No, you didn't. You had to steal it from Abraham Mark and give it to Abraham to go biblical. That's what you did. Unbelievable. I did it. 4 score. Top hat. Isn't it crazy, when you do a top hat situation? You're there. Abraham marking it. You're bringing together North and South, slavery coming to an end under your, psychology. You're doing like oh, look, we're hypnotizing them. That was Abraham Mark Lincoln was the first president to hypnotize a nation. Guys, look, let's just stop the slavery thing. They're like, okay, let's just stop the slavery thing. It's what happened. You talked about a war. That was the first part. The second part was a friggin' hypnotism. It sort of worked, and then it went the other way where everybody became more racist in 2021 again, but not for the reasons that they tell you, the opposite reasons. It's like the media is the racists. But look, we're doing it now. That's why we have this program here. This is our radio program. We're here to deliver truth in a dying world. Sometimes the world appears to be doing just fine. But that's just because the left wing runs the media. But if you actually saw the real world, like what's going on, you'd be like, yeah, we're really screwed here. But that's why the people that try to remind you how screwed we really are completely get suppressed on a daily basis. They're suppressing the friggin' hell out of them. No, we got to continue that. Dandelions in the field that we're going to chop down because dandelions are bad for you. And that's the story. It's the agenda. Right here in the Matrix. I mean, I'm sorry, Twilight Zone. I mean, the Truman Show. Doing them all.
2022, we're kind of doing them all. Twilight Zoning it with a little bit of a, you know, just a kind of goosing of the Truman Show on top. Did it. It's the whole 1984, you know, introduction into the Truman Show. Like, hold on, I'm not. We already know we're Truman Showing it. Now you're throwing in the 1984 element. The Big Brother situation that we know it's always been there because we're Truman Showing it. So, like, you're watching it and we don't know where you're looking. Now you're letting us know it's part of the game. Look, we got to do it. 1984. Cameras everywhere that we see now. Before we didn't know they're everywhere, and they're watching us in the, you know, in the Truman Show world. Or they're running around with their t-shirts. They got their t-shirts, their Sage Pup t-shirts. They got their EMA t-shirts, which, by the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the EMA program yet, this is just a side note from the Ultimate Positivity platform. EMA, it's where you go to get all of your information on every emergency that's going on in this country. When it comes to earthquakes, you freaking go over to EMA. You get the information. You want to talk about a human resonance situation? You can do it over there. You want to find out what's going on with the red dot on the map and the epicenter? EMA, Emergency Management Associates. You're doing it. Ron Tyler. There's only one guy that's going to give you the information you need. Ron freaking Tyler, right? Yeah, I know, Joanne. Joanne says she watches every freaking day. She's there from beginning to end. She needs to know seismically if she's, you know, an issue here in Connecticut. Ron actually he designates an entire segment on a daily to Joanne's situation. He's just got to make sure that the people in the Connecticut area understand when they feel a seismic movement, you know, they're there. All of a sudden we do a 4.3. What happened? Oh, Joanne moved from here to there. I get calls from Ron all the time. Mark, did Joanne just move? Yeah, I'm sorry. He did. She did. Sometimes he, she, I'm not really sure. 2022. You know, I just want to respect everybody. But Joanne, she got up. She moved from there to there. Instead, she got out of her chair, moved across the room to get a little exercise. Sorry, Ron. He said, you got to let me know next time. We put like one of those trackers on her. So like when she gets up, Ron will get a notification right there at headquarters. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep. Well, it looks like Joanne's moving again. So Ron could at least in real time tell the EMA fam. Guys, look, just so you know, Connecticut situation, New York City area, Joanne is on the move. Dun, 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 right? She shouldn't have moved, right? Because now, you know, there's a seismic activity. Ron had to develop an extra situation on a daily because of Joanne, you know, and he also delivers the GoFundMe information. So I think that's where the $12.13 came from, because I know the Renaissance Man fam is totally sick of hearing her, you know, wheeze in the background. I know, right? It's so loud. It's like... Yeah, no, I know, Joanne, you're trying. She said, I'm trying. Yeah. You're trying to, you know, kill me slowly. I get it. The thing is, I can't fire her. I can't. I pay her doll hair, guys. That's a gig right there for me. And I go to tag sales. I get the friggin' doll hair, cutting off the hair. You counting them out. 1, 2, 3, 500. Here you go, Joanne. Envelopes of doll hair. You see them. They're all in the back here. She throws them at me when she gets upset. The other day, I got hit with a blonde. It was like a packet of blonde hair, doll hair. That didn't hurt at all because blonde hair is very light. So she hit me with it. I was like, what was that? Oh, envelope of $500 hairs. Usually I'm ninja style. You know, when you had your lessons and your training with Mr. Miyagi doing it situation style, you're there wax on, wax offing it. You got the Bel Air, 57 Bel Air, and you're getting that freaking high polish going for Miyagi, you know, when you can sense it's a spider sense situation, it's being Spider Mark, that also comes into play. I'm not going to lie to you. The spider sense is also a part of it. And she'll throw an envelope. I'm moving, right? Envelope over there. Joanne, you throw another freaking envelope at me, a doll hair? She did. But I was too quick. Spider Mark. It was because, Back to the Future Mark. When I went back and I had like a one-off with Bruce Lee. I did a 1-inch punch with Bruce Lee. I'm like, look, Bruce, that's not how you do it. I sat down with him like, you stand there. And I went like this. I did, this is how you do a 1-inch punch. You actually hold your hand like this first, and then you go like this, right by it. And you go, boyo! And 1, 2, 3, Magoo, right? I did it to Bruce Lee. I said, listen, Bruce, that was okay what you did. Let me show you the real dude, one 1-inch punch. Here we go. This freaking Bruce Lee, because he weighed 126 pounds, he flew across the gym, banged into the back of the, and he's like, wow, thank you for teaching me that. Future Mark. Look, Bruce, I'm from the future. I know how to do the 1-inch punch. You were doing it okay, but I was like, I got to teach this guy because he can't go out there and do it that way. People are going to be like, he was okay, but his 1-inch punch was, I want to make sure people talk about your 1-inch punch. So I went back and I did it. His training was it was a dual training. I went there to meet him because he's a big guy, like in the history of time. I wanted to go back there and meet him. Bruce Lee situation. I'm there. And I said, at the same time, while I'm here, Bruce, you're giving me a little, hey, this is a good thing for me to tell people back 2769. I get there. Guys, guess who I just met? Guess who I was hanging out with? Bruce Lee. What? You did it? Oh, kicking, doing it all. And they're like, are you serious? Tell us all about it. I said, well, I taught him how to do a 1-inch punch. That's like, I actually got an award for that back in 2769 for being the guy who taught Bruce Lee how to 1-inch punch because that became a thing. History books, if Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch went down in history the way it was prior to Future Mark teaching him the real 1-inch punch. Oh, guys, he would have looked like a real goofball when he did it to that karate guy. Yeah, that was pretty good, Bruce. No. Let me tell you a few things for 2769. It's all really about you have to do a certain at the end in order to get it, to a certain pitch. If you don't hit that pitch when you're punching and doing the 1-inch punch, you're just giving away, all of that energy, and you can't deliver the 1-inch punch situation. It has to be delivered. It's a deliverance. When you anyway, I guess it's more like a 35-minute improvisation. Oh, famine friends. Is that not madness, this world that we live in? This crazy guy that is continuing to improvise about what the friggin' heck? I have no idea. But that's the beautiful thing about this show is it really is about nothing. It's the show about nothing. It's the Seinfeld, clean version, internet version of Seinfeld, essentially, except it's one guy, but it's live improvisation. Totally nuts. I was trying to see if I could play you guys something. I want to give you a little idea of what you're going to get. Back to the Future Mark is coming out. I want to use that, all the clips we've used in order to create this perfect movie. What's crazy about this is everything was me in different locations, like Star Wars backgrounds. I used all these Star Wars backgrounds for every Back to the Future Mark, except for the last one. The last one we did was called HOV Lane 2769. So I'm actually back in 2769 in this one. Every other time I'm here in 2021, now 2022, but I'm here in 2021 and I'm speaking to everybody. I'm back in time, talking to them about the future, talking about people from the past. But this is the first and only time where I'm actually in the future. And this is me doing what I do when I'm not in a body. And this is the concept of the movie. When I'm not in a body in the past, like Abraham Mark Lincoln or whatever. And it would, honestly, to do this movie the right way, it would be me playing Abraham Mark Lincoln. It would be me playing Mark Jellin, playing Marxist, and actually acting out one scene in each one. I'm there, I'm scribing the friggin' 10 Commandments, and I'm doing it, And then the next scene I'm there and I'm doing the friggin' Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo, when Michelangelo showed up to do it. So that would be the perfect real movie, but you need a real production crew to do what my mind really wants me to do. Here with my green screen, we're going to accomplish whatever we can. And this right here is one of the last scenes of the movie. And I want to share it with you. Let's see what you think of this. I'm going to give you guys the link in case you feel like giving it a like, a comment, and a share. That's always a nice thing. And this is called HOV Lane 2769. La-dee-dee-dee-doo-da, Oh, hello? Oh, yeah, no, this is he. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going there right now. How quickly do you think I can get there? I mean, I gotta drive there in my space vehicle situation. What do you want me to do? Okay, you want me to just like fly over everybody? We can't do that. Regulations, you know that. Yeah, no, I've got everything you need for the trial. No, I'll be there supporting you. Absolutely, I'll be right behind you. Right behind you. Absolutely. Yep. No. I just have to make one pit stop. I'm about an hour and 35 minutes away. I'll be there soon. What are you? We're talking about different galaxies. You can't expect me to get there any quicker. All right. Yeah, no. I'll see you soon. Right in the middle of my jam, right? Oh, I'm gonna just check my put my autopilot on here real quick. Take a little break. Yeah, you're in the space car and you got autopilot. You just do it, you know? Put the feet up. I'm just hanging out now. Maybe I'll close my eyes for a few minutes. I got an hour and 32 minutes left till I landfall. Maybe I'll open up the old chat and see what's happening. Let's see if there's anybody who wants to ask a couple questions of Future Mark. I may have to scroll here a little because I have a scrolling situation here in the space vehicle. Does anybody have any questions for Future Mark while he is on his way to court, really? You know, this time round I'm playing Sir Markovis Bakalik. And Sir Markovis Bakalik is really quite an individual. You know, you have to understand the mindset of a guy who's a legal genius, you know? So we're doing it. And Bakalik has got his own brand name, you know, like this vehicle here. I only got it because I'm friggin' Bakalik, you know. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna win this case. She's gonna have a problem with it at the end. She's gonna be like, "Can you help me?" And I'm like, "I'm on it." You know, I show up, Sir Markovic, and I'm Bakovicing it. You know what I mean? And everybody's like standing around like this. Oh my goodness, you got Bakoviced. You know, and that was the time. That was the time that everybody remembered. You know, I'm gonna grab the gear again. Here we go. Doesn't seem like anybody has any questions for Future Mark right now, so I'm gonna just focus on the road. Focus on the road. Maybe they don't know I'm able to chat right now. I'll wait for a notification. That's how we say it here, 2769. Oh, I have a note coming through. Hold on. Going back to autopilot. Oh, Red Storm said, do they have aliens on the jury in the future, Mark? That is a very good question. No, they don't. There's only 7 people left on the planet, and everybody else is aliens, but we don't trust the aliens. So it's the people that make all of the rules, but the aliens don't pay attention to them anyway. We still think we have power in 2769. It's just like this small group of people. I'm the only time traveler, though. And I mean, there could be others outside of our sector, but as far as alien situations, no, they're not allowed on the jury, you know, not allowed on it. Are you gonna call into Taco Bell? No, Taco Bell doesn't exist in the future. They realized how disgusting it was in the year 2316, and they banned it. You're not allowed to get it anymore. In small circles, you can still find it. Like, you gotta really call around, you know? Hey, you got any of that Taco Bell? And when you do it, sometimes you get Taco Bell.
Sometimes you get like dog, you know, cut up in with beans, and they do a mixeroo, and they write Taco Bell on it. Really, really horribly, and you're like, maybe it is, and they're just, it's not. It's not. Yeah, we're doing a little fly through here, guys. Remember, I've got a big, you know, this is like the deal of the century. Like you guys had an OJ situation. This is the OJ situation of 2769. And so when we get to it, and like if you see what we're dealing with right back, I got the, you know, I got the moon right behind us. The moon is now really close to us in the year 2769. What happens is there's a gravitational pull situation that takes place, and all of a sudden, we got a moon landing. It's probably like the only moon landing that ever happens is going to happen soon here. They're almost within range where we can actually fly there. That's still not inner Earth orbit, if you believe it. That's still outside of it. Like you still got to go through Van Allen belt to go through to that right there. So no one's getting to it, you know. Anyway, guys, I'm taking over the wheel again. You know, it's just another day going back to the office. I kind of hate this timeline, you know, Sir Markovich. Not good. I got to do Sir Markovich apocalypse situation and win another case. Oh, Red Storm said, do they have variety shows in the future, Mark? No, they don't. Unfortunately, there's one program, and it's propaganda. You have to watch it, or else they will electrify you. And there's the 7 people left. They're forced to sit in a room and you know, observe. So that, unfortunately, no. There's no variety shows at all. There's no variety. Everybody wears, like, I'm the only guy who gets to wear something like this. Everybody's wearing, like, some weird gray suit situation, silver lined. It's a silver lined suit. Following orders. Not Sir Markovich. Now, when you're Sir Markovich, you kind of do it, you know? When future Mark...
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you gotta try Kachava. Kachava is the world.
Gets in the car, throws on the autopilot, and he's rolling. Win another case? You better ask a question or two, or else I'm taking a nap. I'm putting my head back and I'm napping it through. Because this is actually quite a relaxing ride when you got an autopilot situation going on. You guys almost had it done with Tesla. Future, we got it like crazy. I think it was the year 2032 that we perfected, you know, autopilot situation. You know, but it was not until then. Crash, crash, crash. Eventually, got it right, you know? It's like everything else. Every first series, don't forget, every first series in history is crap. It means intention, great, good for you. It looks like it works, it may work, not working, no good. I am having issues again with this, not this vehicle, the other one. I got an electric one. This is not my electric car. I'd use, this is a helium-based system, and that we got plenty of, you know? But dealing with an electric situation here with very little sun for solar, you know, with that, I'm having issues, you know. Oh, I went there. There's something wrong with this or something wrong with that. Oh, your windshield may come off. What the frick? It was safe and effective a week ago, though. Like, what happened? Well, it was, now it's not. What else is that going to happen with? Future Mark could tell you, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. Bang, biggity boo. Just saying. You know, when you get there and you're doing it, and you get it, and then you're like, I'm not going to get it. And you freaking get it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But bottom line is Future Mark. That's a big reason why we don't have anybody left in the future. You know, because we're here. And everybody was like, I'm going to follow science. I followed science too, to the future. And now, we're doing it.
I did notice I'm on the wrong side of the highway. If you realize what's happening here, I'm in the middle lane. I got a middle lane situation going on here, Red Storm, and I'm up against it. I'm going over the bridge. This is the bridge of time. This is an hour and 47 minutes of driving over our bridge. We're an hour and 27 minutes left until I get there. But I've been on it for an hour and 47 minutes. This thing keeps going forever. If you're on TikTok, you should head over to YouTube and see what the heck's going on. Because we have a green screen situation going on right now. Green screening it. And you're not like getting it. It's funny. Just even the background's funny. Forget about what the hell I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. But the green screen's funny. Head over there right now. Link tree it. Right on the top of the screen. Guys, bang biggity boo. I got an hour and 26 left now. I spent a half a minute there talking to people on TikTok instead of telling you where we are here in time. We're not in space. We are in time here. TikTok, guys, you got to head over to YouTube to see this because we're on green screen right now and I'm in a space vehicle. And you're seeing me on a green screen, so it's not as funny. You got to go over and see their space vehicle and see what the hell I'm freaking doing with it. All right? Lapel it. I got the lapel situation. So head over there. No, there are no trains in the future either. In the future, we're all, actually, the cars all levitate. And we're all getting it magnetically from place to place. We put it like this. I don't know if you see, but I got a couple of hands on the wheel behind me. This is like my autopilot situation. When you're doing it and you got autopilot, you're good to go, you know? Yeah, listen, Trish, when you got an electric vehicle and they're like first seriousing it, you know, like, hey, yeah, well, you're the guinea pig. What else are they going to say that with? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I'm doing it. First series. Windshield may come off. Panoramic roof just may fly off while you're driving. Just so you know. Keep your eye out for it. What are we talking about? You know? Oh, hold on. Yeah, Judy. Yeah, no, I'm an hour and 18 minutes away, I think, now. Hold on, let me check the GPS. No, an hour and 21. You got to deal with it, all right? You didn't want to get me the apartment closer to the gig. Yeah, no, I got it on autopilot. That's fine. No, I would have happily been there right there at the gig, and I could have just been there in 2 minutes. But no, you're like, we're not paying for that with petty cash. You couldn't use petty cash situation? Allow me to get a little nice, safe place to stay close to the trial? Yeah, no, I get it. Petty cash is petty. To you, everything is petty, you know, Judy? Yeah, anyway, look, I'm going to keep going, Judy. In fact, I may just take a naparoo because I'm getting kind of sick of the fact that you're asking me to get there quicker. I'm going as fast as I can. I'm on the road to hell right now. Listen to you. Driving really fast, autopiloting it. Like, what do you want me to do? The autopilot's on and he's going as fast as he can. Oh, go faster, autopilot. Okay. You want me to take off the governor on the vehicle so it goes faster? You go above the speed limit? They got a set time here. You can't go fast. Like you're going 82 is the max you can go in any car. Lamborghini, 82. It gets to 82 in like a quarter of a second, but it just stays there though. Like, done. What's the point? What's the point of a Lamborghini 2769? You know what I mean? When you're there going, done. Get the hours already up to 82. They put the governor on. You can't even get it off anymore. It's a digital governor. You can't just be like, I'm gonna take off a screwdriver. Nope, digital. Done. 82. Oh, I got a rocket vehicle. Oh, really? Let's get that started. 82, done. Oh, you never had a chance to show that off, did you? Why don't you aim it at the sky? See how you're doing instead. Because in that direction, they got the governor on it. You know, it's just a thing that happens. Oh, famine friends. Let me shut this off here because I think we've had enough future mark for one evening. Future mark. When you're dealing with a future mark situation,
you got it good. You know what I mean? Seeing it all, what's coming? What's coming tomorrow, Mark? Well, if I told you that, what fun would that be? You know, to watch you all be so nervous again, living in fear again, you know? Oh, it's so crazy. You know, no, I saw it all. Like, I know what happens to you. To you, to everybody. When you're future Mark and, you know, you're back to the future Mark, doing it, you're bound to see it all. I gotta sometimes consult the documents. You gotta consult the ancient documents. If you want to find out what someone did, what happened on day, 12/6/2021, it's just not just like, you gotta search for that info. Ancient documents. I got an app though on my phone. I just ancient document search it. Oh, what happened in 12/6? I had a friend once who was trying to steal my phone so he could see the ancient documents and put some bets on like a college game. You can't do that. Biff, you want to do a Biff situation? No, you can't do Biff. You think you could do Biff Tanner, middle of a Back to the Future Mark situation, and you're Biff Tannering it? I'm going to go get the 50 years of sports greatest moments and victories book. You're going to go back and try to start placing bets? Oh, I know who won this and that. Another. Biff Tanner. You know, Biff Tanner was a bit of a jerk. I'm just saying. So when you do a Biff Tanner, you're putting yourself into a category, buddy. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. Next time you're out there, don't Biff Tanner it, you know? Stealing future marks, ancient documents device, so you can gather intel on a Biff Tanner situation.
Back in time. It's Back to the Future, Mark.
Guys, some of those Fly Lee, those 25, 27-minute improvs with Fly Lee, those are ridiculous too. I mean, we should make movies of all the Fly Lee stuff. We had, I think we've had 3 or 4 Bruce Lee episodes, Fly Lee, where we're dealing with a fly in the studio. I was trying to catch with my chopsticks. So I was taught by Miyagi. If you can't catch a freaking fly with your chopstick, you're not ready to advance to crane kick situation. And you're there with Johnny and he's doing a body bag. You think you're going to be able to do a crane kick? What? Without doing a chopstick fly? All right. Good luck on that one. Johnny put you in the body bag because you didn't do it. You did not. So, fam and friends, that is a full hour of comedy, live comedy improvisation. I did want to play a bit of the Back to the Future Mark situation because I do think it's very interesting. I do want to try to pop into something real quick here. Because we're constantly writing new movies, I think it's important that we share and go over some of the details, of the original movies. Like, we're not going to play all of the movies, but I'm going to play you a little piece of each movie just so you could be reminded of what we did so far on the show theatrically. There's 4 films. This is the link to film number 1, which was something, it was just a superhero epic. It's basically, let's see how long it was. An hour and 53. It was
Mightier than a locomotive.
This is really an hour and 37, I think. And then there's a bunch of, let's see, an hour and 37 is basically the same distance in as my other movies, an hour and 37. And this is Super Mark versus Bat Mark. Now, the bottom line with this is I basically did everything live improvisation. We just made up some stuff. I'm going to scroll through a few things for you to see here. This is the intro.
Faster than a speeding bullet. It's Super Mark. Super Mark is filmed live in front of a studio audience on Renaissance Man, starring Clark Kent, billionaire Mark Wayne,
The tallest man alive, Dr. Wayne Doppler, Guinness. Villain Dick Facce and his sidekick Stupid Sunny Fists. Batmark and Supermark. Prepare yourself for a non-stop action adventure, completely improvised in the moment. It's Batmark vs. Supermark.
Sonny, where are you when I need you?
Sipping a coffee, son. I'm sipping a coffee, Fudge.
Supermark, he's sipping the
All
coffee.
right, guys, what are we doing? Take me away.
Never-ending
Are you arresting the Vatch?
Are we gonna arrest him?
Is that what's going on?
I kind of just want to hit him really hard.
Are you taking me to jail?
I don't know, Batmark, what do you think?
Why
I mean,
don't
I'll
you just let me
pound the hell
stay
out of
in Cairo? Put me inside a pyramid, right?
him. We gotta hear this one.
And
Okay,
you
let me
say,
hear-
Sunny Fist, just let him stay there tonight or whatever, right?
Okay.
You freaking leave, right? Sonny's sitting outside. Vatch, I'm here, my cough. I go, Sonny, this is the freaking part of the pyramid I'm in, right? Sonny puts his freaking fist into the side of the pyramid. Dust
No good.
everywhere.
No.
I'm coming through like freaking Indiana Jones, Last Crusade. I'm going through there. I come out in the middle of the night. You see the moon shining down Cairo, right? And I'm running through the desert with Sonny the Fists. And we're just kind of taking off. Nobody even knows, right? We're good. I go back to my lair. You go back to your friggin' Batcave. You go back to your lair in Metropolis. And we're good to go, right? I mean, what do you say, guys? But let bygones be bygones. Like, can we do a triple shake or right over here like this?
I'm good if
we
you
do
are,
that?
Supermark.
Yes, so
Let me get a supermark. That's good.
Yeah, we're
And
good.
Batmark. And now you guys, that's you're not talking. You didn't expect that. You didn't expect that I was going to throw you into each other. No. I'm sorry. I can't take you away. You think you're smarter than Facce? You think you're smarter than Facce? Oh, we're gonna do a truce with the Facce. I'd never do a truce with two of you stupid clowns in your dumb cartoon
think
outfits.
truce?
You gonna think you would do a Facce? Hold on now, man. Next time I see you guys, I'm gonna have something stronger with me than a stupid Sunny Fist. Or maybe he won't be drinking a Coolf cup. Maybe he'll actually be ready to do something. Maybe fight back like a tiger. Right now, he's a stupid Sunny the Fist on top of the pyramid. But I'll tell you what, Supermark, Batmark,
Yeah,
this
what?
isn't the last time you've seen the Flash.
Oh, yeah?
All right, let me scroll
screaming-
through here. Let's see.
You're hurt.
All right, so there's a running joke here where this is me in the office, and there's a running
Barry.
joke with Barry.
Closed another unit. This one was massive. It is a super unit. No pun intended. Barry, how's the wedding planning going? Did you tell your fiance about your problem? Barry, look, check this picture out. This is what your herp. Oh, hello. Yep. Oh, this is Clark. Facce. What do you want? Yeah, you couldn't take me down with stupid fists. That's right. Look, I'm an alien, Facce. Okay. First of all, stop robbing pyramids. Okay. You stop robbing pyramids, I'll stop taking you down. And you tell that stupid Sunny Fist stop poking holes in the sides of pyramids. Okay. Because that is my job as Supermark, is to take down villains, to stop them before the crime occurs. In action, sometimes in action. Sunny Fist is going to punch pyramid, said pyramid, in the air. Supermark comes through the air and stops the stupid fist. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm supposed to do. What do you called Batmark on me? You called Batmark on Supermark. And you think that that's going to actually stop me? Facce, you sound as ridiculous as when you thought that Sunny Fists could take me down. You're kidding, right? Facce, listen, let me tell you something. You're an idiot. Yeah, complete idiot. And stupid fists, as stupid as his fists. I'm gonna take down Supermark. Do you know how dumb you sound? Look, I can't talk here. Barry is having an issue. Something going on downstairs is all I can say. All right, we're talking to him about seeing a specialist.
maybe he's got something there. See, a specialist got something there. Maybe a cream or some sort of salve, a salve. Well, I don't know what the hell you call it. Listen, Facce, what did you find in Cairo? Anything that he can rub on his junk? I'm just thinking out loud here. That's where it is. It's down below. When I said down below, I meant on his junkaroo. I got a colleague here. A super case of the herpes simplex 10. I need you to get me some sort of Cairo blend. Ask Sonny. You know he's got that coffee cup. He's always dealing. There's something in that coffee cup that could save Barry's life, or at least save his junk. It's important. He's getting married soon. I don't even know if he told his wife. Every time I bring it up, someone calls. Listen, I think it's important. Facce, you're telling me that it's more important that you take me out with Batmark than it is to save Barry's junk. You said a lot just now. You said a lot, Facce. You just showed your colors, really. I mean, seriously? Talk about showing your stripes. Look at me. Facce, you know what? Listen, I'm getting sick of you with your stupid, What are you even talking about? Oh, now you're drinking an espresso? No, I hear you. I'm not listening though. You guys hear this? This is unbelievable. It's a great night, right? You know, Dexter, I don't know if I've ever explained how important you are and integral you are to the success of Wayne Enterprises. Just make sure you're 10 minutes early to work on Monday morning.
This humanitarian award goes to Mark Wayne.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'll say a few words.
Guys, I freaking love this movie, just the layout of it.
I want to thank you so much for this humanitarian award. My name is Mark Wayne. I am the CEO and founder of Wayne Enterprises. My parents were both gunned down in the streets of Gotham, and I've been raised by my, I guess you'd call him my personal savior, Alfred. I drive around a couple Ferraris, got a Lamborghini that I don't really drive that often. Honestly, I don't really like the Ghini. It's not really my thing. But I do like the Ferraris, I'll be honest. Anyhow, look, I do appreciate what you gave me here. I'm doing my best to try this, make this world a better place by just showing up. Yeah, that's right. I know you guys, you're out at your restaurant. You're like, I hope Mark Wayne comes today. Look, I get it. Sometimes you're just looking for an extra thrill, right? And then when Mark Wayne shows up in one of his crazy cars, you're like, wow, there's the billionaire. I totally get it. But look, the humanitarian award means a lot to me because obviously, as you can tell, I care, I give. I'm all about giving back, and it's not about my billionaire status. It's not at all. It's about your status and the opportunity that you have to become something better. So as far as it goes, if you ever would like to intern with the Wayne organization, just speak to Alfred. He's in the back right now taking applications. We are now actually an influx. Not sure if you know, because of the CVID, we've had an extra amount of work. We're the ones who've been curating the new vaxes. You know, look, this is a Wayne Enterprises thing. You guys want to go with the Moderners? You want to go with the guy who's buying up all the farmland? You want to go with the guy who's literally an evil doctor behind scenes? He pretends he's a doctor, but he does not have any medical certification at all. I think you should go with Wayne Enterprises. We have a much better jab for you. And at the end of it, you're not going to die. You actually will wind up being stronger. We're working in some sort of extra metabolistic situations where you'll be trim. You're going to be able to be stronger. You'll live to 363 years old is what we're figuring at the moment. So look, you can go with Wayne or you can go with the Gates. But look, Alfred is calling me. He said that I've got to go and I've got to save some more people. Sometimes you got to be a billionaire. You got to give, you got to give, you got to give. And I don't mind doing that. I got plenty to give. And also, Joan, do you mind if I call your daughter? I saw her last week down at Charades, and I got to tell you, whoa! I was just thinking, you know, would you mind
would you mind if she dates the billionaire? And also, look, you could wind up being, like you'd be my mother-in-law. Like, how cool would that be? I'll let you come over to the Wayne mansion. And I just look, she's striking. I'm just telling you. I'm looking right now. I've dated everybody, all of you. John, your daughter's out of her freaking mind. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know what she's thinking. Like, crazy. Like, Joan, she called me 5 times in like 15 minutes. Hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to like think for 3 seconds and you called me back. So, woohoo! John, sorry, not sure how you're dealing with that. Is she still? Yeah, of course she's still single. I know. I should never have even said that. It's crazy for me to even think that. Is she still single? Of course she's still single. She's bat crazy. Oh, Dolores, you shouldn't laugh. Are you kidding? Dolores? Oh my goodness. If you didn't have Claire as a daughter, then we would be able to just let you laugh. But Claire is just as bad. Holy freaking cow. Claire, listen to this one. Claire, she came down with a case of, huh? Yeah, I went out to dinner with Claire and I was like, hey, what do you want to eat? She goes, huh? I was like, no, like, what do you like to eat? She goes, I don't know, what do you like to eat? I said, food, what do you like to eat? She goes, I don't know, I said, am I even freaking coming to America here? And she's just like rambling. What is going on here? So I don't want to hear about that, Dolores. This is crazy. You, John, you should be, maybe you guys dated and there's something weird we don't know about, but you both have crazy whacked out kids. Joan, your daughter looks hot, smoking. So why don't we set it up, all right? I'll give you my number. Alfred's in the back, he'll hook it up, all right? And like I said, there's a chance you become billionaire status just by marrying into the Wayne fortune. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Well, actually, one more thing. I don't want it to make it seem like I haven't had a good experience dating, all of your daughters. Eric, your daughter was something. I got to tell you, she was phenomenal. She did this thing that like she would come around like. Well, I don't want to get too much into detail, but she was really a giver, is all I could say. She really was a giver. So, like, it's not like all your kids are bad, definitely, John, you and Dolores, you guys got a problem over there. And I feel bad for you in a way. Like, I don't know if there's a road out. I'm not sure if you have a way out of that situation you're living in. But I can tell you for sure, I'm not getting back into it. Holy cow. I ran so fast, you would have thought I was a superhero. Yeah, that's how quickly I ran from that situation. John, Mimi, your daughter. Holy cow. How many times can someone call another individual in 30 seconds? She did it 37 times. How did she call me 37 times in 30 seconds? Is that even a possibility? 37 calls in 30 seconds. Oh, wait, she did 3 times in a split second. How did that happen? I don't want to hear it, John. It's your daughter. Do you pay for, like, extra minutes or something? I would be actually talking to her. I would be like, hold on a second. You're going to call 37 times in 30 seconds? If he doesn't pick up on the first call, sweetie, leave a message, okay? And then here's like an astonishing idea. Allow him to hear the message and call you back. How about that? No, let me call it 76 times in 36 seconds. That was your next world record. That one I was really impressed with. 76 to 30, yeah. So John, I had to change my freaking number, John. I had to change my number because of your whacked out daughter double, triple calling me by the second. So in a way, I don't want to date any more of your daughters. But Joan, like I said, woo! When I saw your daughter, I was like, you know what? She may be the one who gets me to forget about the John daughters of the world and Dolores daughters of the world. And then I can remember that there are some good ones out there. You know? So, anyway, look, I appreciate the award, everybody. And remember, you can become a billionaire too if your daughter marries me. Thanks again. I'll see you later.
What? Oh, I'm sorry, Gino. Yes, I'll take a espresso. I drank that one so quickly over here. Sunday, you take them stupid fish. What? Oh, Gino, read my mind. Biscout. Thank you, Gino. Sonny, hold on. I need a 5-second timeout. Espresso. Gino, is this still 25 edition, or what are we doing? You used to got a 25th? No. What did you make me, just like a standard? Sonny! Gino made me standard. I can't pay you. You can't dig into that closet for a special blend? Gene, how dare you want me to keep going to Supermarket? He's a super planet man. He flies. I can't beat that. Sonny didn't want to come off the pyramid that day. You should be yelling at Sonny, don't fill his cough cup. You gonna give me a standard? I at least tried to punch the Supermarket. I tried to put a hole in his chest. He's too quick. Blocked all my strikes. Sonny, yibbity yabbity you, sat on the friggin' top of the pyramid. You gonna get mad at Facce? Cause I couldn't take down a Supermarket by myself? I'm not a superhuman. Gino, I'm not superhuman. I'm just the guy here in the friggin' Bronx. I'm at my table, Gino. And I said take down. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Gino. It was supposed to be me. And I'm supposed to be doing like this, like, we're doing like a flank situation, right? And I come from one side with the net. I throw the net over Supermarket, right? Sonny comes full speed, right? Out of nowhere. Like a bat out of hell. Takes stupid fist number one, right? Let me put down my espresso. Standard. How dare he? Sonny takes stupid fist number one, right? He comes in like Muhammad Ali. Squeezes a fist right through the heart of Supermarket. Dead. But Sonny, you didn't want to come out and play, right? Yippee, I got Folgers crystals. How dare you, Folgers crystal? You're sitting there, you got Cairo blend. I'm sitting there trying to punch Supermarket. He's blocking all my strikes. You can't help the Facce. Disrespect. What? Gino. Bless your soul, Gino. I did my best. I'm glad that you understand that the Facce at least tried to take down the Supermarket, and that Sonny's the guy to blame. Thank you, Gino, 25th. You got a 25th for me. This smells delicious, Gino. I'm gonna take this biscuit that you gave me, and I'm gonna dip it into this 25th. I'm gonna dip it around. I'm gonna do... What? Gino! Gino! You gave me a bread and biscuit. You gave me Stop and Shop bread and biscuit. You gonna give me bread and biscuit to dip into my espresso? Instead of a Stelladoro? How dare you, Gino? How dare you? I understand. I understand. I'm throwing it at Sonny, okay? He doesn't move. You see that? Gino, I got it. You thought that I weaked out and that I ran, that I was afraid of Supermarket. And that's why you were giving me a standard espresso and a freaking bread and biscuit instead of a 25th and a freaking Stelladoro. So, not to tell you a freaking job over here, Gino, but where is the actual Stelladoro? You have me sit here looking at this one. I tossed it over there. That's right, I can't find it. I'm like, where did it go? I tossed it at stupid Sonny, who proceeded to sit there and take it in the side of the Facce. Didn't drop like any at the cough. Again. Commendable. Jane, thank you, Jano. Yibbity you. I got my biscuit. How about you? I take a express, I take a biscuit, and I take a dancing around in the rain. Yibbity yip. It smells like heaven, Gino. Yippee yip. I didn't let it drip dry enough. Hold on. Drip dry. Gino! Phenomenal! I can't take another sip.
Yeah, Stelladoro. I know, look. Facce, listen. I agree, sometimes you dip in espresso. But you dip every time, and that's just weird. Yeah, no, I'll dip it, but not like every single time. You're talking like every time I'm gonna have an espresso, I have to dip a biscotti in there. What is with that? That's a little weird, dude. Sometimes you could just sip your espresso. You don't have to dip into that espresso. I just think that's a little odd. You have let some pretty good espresso sit there. Yeah, it's gotten cold, and you just kind of let it sit aside for Gino, your friend Gino, to take away afterwards. Do you know that there's a homeless person that could have had that espresso? They would have been happy to drink that espresso, Facce. They would have been thrilled to drink that espresso. But no, they couldn't. You poured it down the drain. That wasn't good enough because you didn't have a biscotti. Oh, it was a bread and basket biscotti. You're talking about bread and basket biscotti? What is the difference? You do realize, Facce, that when Bread and Basket puts out a biscotti, it's the same biscotti as you got from Stelladoro. Stelladoro just throws their freaking Stelladoro logo on there. Yeah. I can't believe this. Facce, they don't have their own specific factory, and they don't make them in a field in Italy. No, it doesn't work that way. They're not made in a field. Yeah. Barry, I'm on with Dick Facce. He thinks biscottis are made in a field in Italy. Barry, are you looking up your symptoms again? Listen, Facce, I just want you to understand one thing, okay? It's not made in a field in Italy. It's made in some factory in Yonkers, New York. You want to make a big deal and make your friend Gino feel bad because he gave you a bread and basket instead of a Stelladoro, and you're going to tell him that that's the only one you'll dip into your espresso? That is on you. That is on you, Facce. And let me tell you something. You sound weird. You sound weird. We all talk about it. We all talk about it. I can't believe you called Batmark on me because Batmark and I talked about you. Batmark and I had a conversation about you, Facce, about how weird you are with the stupid dipperoo in the espresso. Over and freaking over. We're like, okay, dude, we get it. You like to dip an espresso. But what the heck? Can't you just every once in a while take a sip without the biscotti? I don't understand that about you. Like that, it doesn't make sense. You are wired wrong. That's all I can say. You know, I always hear you say, I can't figure you out. I can't figure what you're doing. It doesn't make any sense. You don't make sense. If you look in the dictionary for normal, you are not there. You're a picture of complete mental when you look that up in the dictionary. This is the stuff you say, but realistically, everything you say sounds like a blubbering idiot speaking. Yeah, that's right. I said it. What are you going to do? You think that you guys can take me down, the three of you? You, Batmark, and Sonny, the stupid fists? You gotta be kidding. And he's gonna wear that Yankee cap again? That thing smells so bad. Do you understand that I have super smell? I have super smell, and you want to bring stupid Sunny Fists with his stupid smelly coffee. You know that coffee, that's not right. You know that, right? So then why are you bringing him? You know the coffee's not right. You know his hat smells. I got super smell. Let's make it a fair fight at least. You and Batmark leave stupid Sunny Fists at home. Can we make a deal on that? Facce, look. Fair is fair, Facce. Okay, fair is fair. Fine, I'll take you all on. I don't even care. You want to bring the stupid smeller? You bring him, okay? I'm going to put some plugs in my nose then. I don't need to smell that stinky guy. Same Yankee cap since 76. Same coffee since 76. Fists the size of Manhattan. What are we doing with this guy when I go out? I'm punching you all in the face. Oh yeah. No, you're going down, Facce. I'm done with you. Listen, and don't call me again. Don't call me at Metropolitan News. I don't want to hear from you here. Barry's got to get a handle on his herpes. Listen, Facce, Barry's got an issue. We got to get a handle on his herpes, okay? If you see anything in Cairo, I may give you a pass if you could find something that can heal this guy. Yeah. If not, I'm punching you all in the chest. That's right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What? What? You. Hung up on Supermark. Barry, I gotta go. Don't worry, buddy. I'll find a cure. It's Supermark. I'm looking for Dr. Wayne Doppler, the evil genius. Apparently he's after Supermark. And of course, Supermark's gonna take down the tallest man alive. He thinks just because he's in the Guinness, he's protected. He thinks just because he can detect my flight patterns, that he's protected. He thinks that if he contacts Batmark, that he's protected. I'm Supermark. I'll take on any sort of bat figure. A bat? Really? I'm supposed to be afraid of a bat? Just like I was supposed to be afraid of some guy named Sonny the Fist. Stupid fists. I don't know if you saw how that worked out. Sat there in the pyramids. Lazy bodyguard, whatever. I don't even know what his deal was. The other guy, Facce, it was like gnats trying to hit me. When I blocked it, I didn't even feel anything. It was almost like a bird kind of came and just like ran into me. That's what it felt like on my arm. It's like, really? That's what you got? Facce. His bark is much worse than his bite. That I'll tell you for sure. But look, I am waiting for Batmark to appear. I don't know where he's going to show his face, but I will find him. And I'm also going to find Dr. Wayne Doppler and shut him down. This Doppler 5000, yeah, I'm about to destroy the hell out of this thing. I don't know if I should show you or not, but I'm going to fly through it. And I'm going to go like this through it. I'm going to go, I'm going to elbow both sides. As I fly through, elbowing both sides, as the pieces start to break, I'm going to just do like a 360, throw them as far as I can to all four parts of the planet, hoping that maybe I hit Wayne Doppler in the head. He is 8'9". There's a good chance if I throw it at a low enough trajectory, I'll take down Doppler in the process. Look, sometimes you got to take advantage of a free weapon source. And when the Doppler 5000 is sitting right here, you destroy the hell out of it. Now, I still don't know where the 5001 is. That I'm looking for. If I could find the Doppler 5001, it would be game, set, match. It would be checkmate. You would see the battleship be taken. I sunk your battleship. You'd be hearing that from me. But no, now I got just the 5,000. I got the crappy 5,000 back here. Look, he's not even here anymore because he knows it's crap too. The 5,001 is the wave of the future. That 5,001 I'm worried about because it could detect me before I even fly. He figured out how to detect my Kryptonian blood through the Doppler 5001, and now I'm really nervous because once I walk out of the house, my signature is open to the DOPS. And so what we're gonna have to do is take down the Doppler before he could take down the Supermark. It's a stressful time in the life of Supermark. There's a chance, although be it slight, there's a chance I can meet my demise at the hands of Wayne Doppler. Evil genius. 8'9", he's in the Guinness. I don't know if you know that. Tallest man alive. I mean, last week I dealt with Dick Facce. Did you guys see how tough that guy was? Talks a big game. Oh, I'm gonna punch a hole in your chest. Excuse me, did you see? Super chest. He didn't punch a hole in anything. If anything, he punched a hole in his confidence. That's what he punched a hole in his confidence, people. You can't do anything in the supermarket if you got a sunny fist. That dummy sat there drinking a coffee, it looked like to me. I mean, I do have supervision. I could have looked a little closer to see what brand and what kind of roast he was working with. Was it a mild, a medium, or a dark roast? Could have been a Robusto. I'm not sure, but I didn't look close enough. I didn't get nervous. I wasn't nervous. Yeah, he did have fists the size of like the rocks on each level of the pyramid, but he stayed there holding a coffee cup. So I was not nervous at all and didn't need to know about what brand or what, origin of coffee he was drinking. I would have checked had I been nervous, because if I had checked and I saw that he had a Robusto and he was coming at me, supermarket's gotta work a little differently then. I gotta work a little differently when there's a Robusto on the table. There's a Robusto on the table and I'm just being like, yippee, yeah, look at me, I got you. And I'm doing one of these, I'm doing like a rope-a-dope. If I'm doing the rope-a-dope or like the old like, hey, look at my hand, whack it, yeah, that's when you get in trouble when someone like a Sonny has a Robusto. If he had the mild, if he's working with like a blonde or whatever, that blonde, the coffee that's a blonde, instead of like the dark roast, you get the blonde roast, then you could do one of the rope-a-dopes. You could be like, hey, what's up, look at this, and then you give him a kiss right in his face. But yeah, you give him the old 1-2 Magoo. Like, hey, look, Sonny, did you see this? You slap him as hard as you can in the face. By the time he picks up his monkey fists and he tries to lift them towards you, you super fist him right in the side of the face. And he just hits the ground, torso and all, falls over, and you're done. So, look, I wasn't worried about Sonny. Didn't smell his origin of coffee, didn't even look, because he was not a threat. The threat to me in the moment was some crazy guy talking garbage at me. Oh, you can't have an espresso. Excuse me. First of all, you always dip a biscotte into the espresso. That is a worldwide fact. It's knowledge. It's in books. There's YouTube videos. And then for Gino to not... So that I was kind of with him on that. Like seriously, you don't dip a biscotte? Like... So yeah, I'm there on that. But the idea that he comes at me like, hey, I'm gonna elbow you in the fotch, then he did like this roundhouse kick, that was not cool by me. That was not cool by me. Now I held, we have a code. We L's have a code. We can't hurt human beings unless they are literally hurting us. That guy, even if I let him hit me, it wouldn't hurt. Like, I don't know if you know, he's a weakling. We filmed it, you could probably catch the footage and see, but he's a weakling. Like nothing he would do would hurt me. So I don't know, his bark though, like he got me nervous. I'm like, this guy, what is he doing over here? I almost gave him the old like, look at this hand, and then punched him as hard as I could. And then I was like, he's just like a frail little human, like he's nothing. He's got nothing here. We could just, but I left him alone. I should have killed him. I should have killed him, I should have killed Sonny, and put them behind us, right? I mean, we don't want to have issues going forward. Who knows? I could be there, and I'm fighting Batmark, right? I'm like, Batmark, it's Supermark. And he's like, over here, he's like, Supermark, it's Batmark. And I'm like, Batmark, I'm gonna punch you in your bat head. And I come in like this to punch Batmark in the bat head, and he goes, you missed. And then I'm like, I didn't miss. You just happened to duck. It wasn't a miss. Those are two different definitions. Me swinging at you and you ducking is not missing. It's taking a shot at an area. I went to strike at the area and you duckarooed. And in that situation, that's not called a miss, that's called a duck. Okay, so yeah, you ducked. You're great. You're a bat. You could duck in and out of swings and punches. Could you get that one? Are you able to stop that? Are you able to do that? Does that help you at all? Like, what do you got over there, right? So this is where we have to start getting a little more creative when it comes to fighting Batmark, because he's got this reflex thing. You know, a fist comes at Batmark, and he's got the ability to just be like, and go around it. And you're like, wait, hold on a minute. How did you do that? Because I saw your face right there, and when I came in with my super punch, you somehow were like, and then you moved, like almost as fast as Super Mark. Totally crazy. But so that fist comes in, and Batmark's like, and Batmark attacks with the fangs, and he goes, I got you. And I'm like, no, you didn't get me. I'm Supermark. And I fly away. He tried to bite me with his venom fangs that are filled with kryptonite. But you know what? I wasn't afraid. I was like, let's go, Batmark. What do you got? I gave him one of these. I give him a backwards elbow. And when I was flying up in the air like this and came down on him like this with my foot, he didn't like that. No, it wasn't good for Batmark. But look, he ran off. He's playing coy now. I think he's back in Gotham. I'm thinking about looking for him. I think I may go to Gotham. In fact, I'm headed to Gotham to find Batmark. If you need me, just yell, freaking Supermark. Humanitarian awards? Like, come on. Are you serious? I want to go out there and see the real action. I mean, when am I going to get my next bat call? I'm sick of this. Party after Alfred keeps calling. I'm like, is it the next call? Am I going to have to go after some villain? Joker? You know, Dick Facce? I ran into Joan. At the same time I'm asking her for a date with her daughter, I see John's face and Dolores like right next to each other, like they're on it together. Like, I'm almost wondering if John called Dolores and was like, hey, you know, guess what happened? My daughter's out of her freaking mind. And she called Mark Wayne 76,243 times in like a 15-minute period. How about this? I know your daughter's dating him right now. Why doesn't your daughter do some crazy whacked out stuff too? How about that? And then maybe we can get him to leave Gotham. So it seemed like to me, because they're like sitting there smiling when I got up there to get my award. Well, they could have been happy that I'm getting my award, but I doubt it. I think they were actually planning on doing something. Take me down. Come on. I mean, seriously? First of all, this is where I love being here in my bat cave, because then I can start to really relax. I mean, who wants to wear this? I mean, come on. They got this whole thing like, oh, you're a billionaire. When you go to the parties, yeah, you can wear your jeans, you know, you can be relaxed. But you gotta put on a tie. Why would I have to put a tie on? I'm Mark Wayne. You know, when you're a billionaire and you go to a party because you are the honoree, you show up there in like Tevas and a pair of shorts, okay? Don't tell me I gotta show up in that tie. Mark Wayne. I'm just waiting for a call. Come on. When I can't get that bat suit back on and go out there and punch some people right in their chest and throw that in the face. It's the best when you're a bat. The best. I fly through the air. I kind of want to put it on the suit right now, just to stand and just talking to you. You know, go, look, this is my personal bat vlog, and nobody knows that it's my bat vlog because this is on an encrypted network. I am keeping this journal for time. So one day when I'm older, I can look back and say, remember when I was this young and I was talking about how I wanted to take control of the darkness of this world and bring it under control, unleash my inner the bat, And so when you get to the point where you have that opportunity, you freaking put on a bat suit and go. That's all I'm saying, right? I mean, look, I don't know what to tell you about it. I just think that's probably the best thing you could do is just kind of get yourself prepared and become the bat, right? I mean, if you can't become the bat, then there's a good chance someone's going to take you down. Yeah. What's that, Alfred? We got a call? We got a call! That is unbelievable. Okay, so what's it about? Dick Facce? He's a villain. No, Alfred, he's a villain. What? Supermark is a bad guy? No, I don't believe that. Alfred, you're talking about an alien from another planet who's come here to save humanity, and you're telling me he's a bad guy now? Because Dick Facce said so? I mean, just really, really think about this for a second. What? He tried to take down Sunny Fists? No. Supermark tried to take down Sunny Fists? And Dick Facce? I don't know. I just can't see that. I mean, Facce's a villain and all, but I don't know. I don't see him as a problem. But Supermark being a villain now, going the other way? I don't know. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. And Alfred, seriously? You want me to go put myself on the line and go confront Supermark about something that could be just a straight up lie? Because this is Dick Facce you're talking about. This is a guy who's literally always looking for respect. He's a sleazebag. He's not a good guy. Drinking espresso all the time, dipping in the espresso all the time. There's something wrong with a guy who's always dipping in his espresso. I mean, I get occasionally doing espresso, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to dip it. But he's always doing it. That's like an over the edge thing. I think we should be a little bit nervous about anything that Dick Facce says. You know how much espresso that guy drinks? I really don't think, Alfred, that you should be messing with him at all. I think, in fact, you should not listen to anything he's saying. Supermark's not a bad guy. What? He is a bad guy? I don't know. Listen, Alfred says he's a bad guy, guys. He's telling me Supermark's a bad guy and that Dick Facce's a good guy. Look, this is the superhero world. You need to understand something. People switch sides all the time. I'm a good guy. I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I'm a good guy. Happens all the time. So maybe Facce's a good guy all of a sudden and Supermark's a bad guy. I don't know. But apparently, so what you're telling me is that Facce's calling me in, Batmark, to take on Supermark. Are you serious? I gotta take on freaking Supermark? Man, I love fighting villains. Supermark? Gosh almighty, Alfred. That's like a real fight. That's like me up against Goliath. I'm David, just so you know, in that situation. I gotta find the only rock big enough to take down an alien. Suggestions? Where are you gonna get kryptonite from? You tell me, where the freak are you gonna find kryptonite? In Gotham. You know a guy. God almighty. Listen, Alfred, if you know a guy, get the kryptonite and we'll go after him, I guess. But I don't know who the hell you know that has kryptonite. That's all I'm saying. All right. Yeah, no, let me know. Can you guys believe this? He's got me going after Supermark? This could be the end of me, guys. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I could take this guy on. This guy's a serious dude. You see the muscles on him? I don't know. All right, look, I got to get myself ready. If I'm going up against the greatest superhero ever, potentially greatest supervillain. I mean, I thought that Zod was bad. If Superman becomes Zod, that's not good, guys. When he comes in and says Facce's a bad guy, I got to believe him. I got to believe my number two. I got to believe my number two. So anyway, guys, I appreciate this is my vlog. I'm gonna log out on this vlog session for now, And hopefully there's another one. Like I said, I'm going up against Super Mark. Could be very tragic for the Batmark. But I was charged with being Batmark. What the freak do you want from me? You want me to pretend that I'm not Batmark? I can't go up against the Super Mark. Excuse me, I'm going to run him over with like a locomotive or something. I'm not really sure yet, but we're going to take him down. A locomotive. Alfred! A locomotive filled with kryptonite that explodes when you hit Supermark. What do you think? It's not impractical. That's an idea. Listen, creative sessions. Alfred, we can't know how to take down Supermark if we don't talk it out. He's going to pretend that that's a bad idea. Like a loco filled with kryptonite explodes on impact with Supermark. To me, that's a genius idea. What is he talking about? Impractical. How is that impractical? That to me seems like common sense. Here's another one. We get him to fly into a silo. We shut out all the air in the silo, fill it with the air, with kryptonite, like the essence of kryptonite. So like, you know how you can get a smell? Like you go upstairs after you cook a roast and you get the smell of a roast, or sometimes you burn something in the oven and it smells like you burn something in the oven. He gets the smell of kryptonite, falls to the ground, and then we can then have Sonny the Fist come down there and pop one on his head. And we call it a day. What do you think? Alfred, you got a better idea? Really? All right, I got to hear it. I just gave you two. I'm 2 for 2. And you don't like any of them. So I want to hear your ideas because bottom line, I'm thinking about the loco. Kryptonite in the loco. If we could hit 77 miles an hour before the Uzis go off in the parking lot with Doc, we're going back to the future. I'm just saying, there's a possibility. If you're not willing to do that and run away from those bad guys in the white truck and do a Michael J. Fox, I'm not sure what to tell you, Alfred. I think that one's a genius idea. I got another one. This one may be the best one yet. Nakatomi Plaza. 21st floor. I go up there, right? We make a clone of me to stand in the doorway. I go back out. Supermark comes flying through the 21st floor window and says, Batmark, it's Supermark. I'm not there anymore, but I have like a little like a voice thing on, my fake clone me, and I'm like, hey, Supermark, come and get it. Supermark, when he punches me in the chest, I'm filled with kryptonite. I explode, the clone me. I explode, killing Supermark in the process, 2 for the price of 1, the clone, because we don't want the clone to stick around afterwards. That's bad news too. 2 Mark Waynes on the street, 2 Batmarks on the street. You could understand the implications of that, Alfred. Yeah, so we do want to make sure we keep it clean, execute Mark Wayne 2 after the mission is complete. What do you think? Alfred, are you serious? You don't like that one either? God almighty! I don't know what else to do. I got no other ideas. I'm going to sit down then, Alfred. I think I'm going to wait for you to come up with the plan because I gave you 3. I'm 3. I think I'm 3 for 3. And you got nothing so far. You're back there saying, no, that's not a good one. I honestly don't understand how he doesn't think it's a good one. I'm thinking the best one is probably Nakatomi. No, maybe not Nakatomi, no. I think the best one's probably the Loco. Yeah. I'll get the Loco with the kryptonite. Because creating a clone, I gotta murder the clone. Let's just keep it simple. Alfred, we're keeping it simple. Loco, kryptonite, explosion on impact, 77 miles an hour if we get there. Back to the Future time. He said no. Just then, okay, I'm just gonna stay here. You tell me what the freak we're doing. Alfred. Alfred. Sometimes he's tough to work with. I come up with these great ideas and he's just like knocking them down, knocking them down, knocking them down. Like, are you kidding me? Alfred, I just gave you gold. Just gave you gold. Bad mark. Anyway, I think it's time I get into my suit just in case the call to take on Supermark comes. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Bad mark.
I'm going after Supermark. Let's head to the city. Alfred, get the Batmobile ready. What plan are we going with again? Are we doing the Loco with the Kryptonite? Nakatomi Plaza? Or the perfume Kryptonite? Which routine are we working with tonight? Look, I understand we may have to try all three. This is Supermark, but just give me an idea what we're going to be doing tonight. I got you in my earpiece monitor. Okay. Loco. You want me to start with the Loco? No, you're saying I'm crazy? Alfred, I'm not crazy. That's not Loco. That is absolutely what we should be doing. We should be taking... why am I holding you? We should be taking Supermark down with a locomotive filled with kryptonite. That's what the Batmark would do. Oh, hey. How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm just looking at the computer here trying to track down Supermark. I figure he's got to be somewhere here on the monitors, right? But so far, I haven't been able to track him down. I hear that there's an evil genius named Wayne Doppler that may be able to help me when it comes to tracking Supermark. Yeah, I just typed in search Metropolis area. Can't find him anywhere. I think I've done my work here. I gotta get in that freaking Batmobile, and I gotta go and do some research. I gotta get on the streets, drive around, and we'll see if we can find him. You know, I may try to find the Batwing and see if I have it stocked away somewhere at Wayne Enterprises. The Batwing is there. I may look for it and see if I can bring it back to life. Fly through the air. You know, if I'm gonna go after Supermark, I should have the freaking Batwing. So, Alfred! Alfred! Do you know where the Batwing is? Alfred, what do we pay you the big bucks for? You don't even know where the Batwing is when I need it? Look, I'm a billionaire. I buy all kinds of things. Get me the backup Batwing then. We know we got two of them, right? Stupid Alfred. Sometimes he doesn't use his head. Sometimes he forgets that I buy two of everything. It's always good to have backups when you're Batmark. Look, I gotta get going. Batmark is being called into duty. No, not to take a duty. Batmark is going to take down Supermark. So next time you need me, shine that freaking light up in the sky with the bat signal, and I'll be there for you. For now, I'm going to take down Supermark for Dick Facce. Remember, nobody can stop the crazy techniques of Batmark. Is the Batmark Beal gassed up? Perfect. I'm going to find Supermark. I'll let you know if I need anything. I'll be in the in-ear monitor. Just remember, I'm still thinking locomotive. Locomotive, kryptonite, kill Supermark. All right, let me get going. Hey, Facce. Yippity yappity. It's Batmark.
Yeah, I can see you stupid tights. What
I understand you need my services.
Yeah, I need your services. I got a problem with your dumb friend, the stupid Mark.
Did you hear? Did you hear what he did?
I heard. Yeah.
What exactly did Supermark do?
I'm there, right? He can't pay respect for the Facce. I'm there with
He
Sonny.
didn't pay respect
Yeah, he tried to take
to
Sonny
you
down.
and to Sunny Fists?
I'm still pissed.
That's what makes him a villain?
Yeah. Are you
I'm
kidding?
not sure that qualifies
Oh,
in my book, Facce.
Hold on a minute. Are you kidding me? You don't see? You
Look,
can't-
Facce, if your pride is hurt here, that may be something you have to handle on your own. I'm not sure I should be going after Supermark.
Let me tell you something there, Mark Wayne.
Oh, easy, Facce.
All right? Yeah.
Facce.
You don't think I know who you
How
are?
did you know that?
I know everything, okay? I'll take you down. Sonny Fists.
Facce, that's
We'll take you
information that
down.
can get you in a lot of trouble.
What are you gonna do?
Are you sure you want to threaten me like that?
Bat
I am.
Poop. You think you could come in
Bat
and Sonny
Mark.
Fists to me? Listen, you do me my solid. You take care of stupid Mark, okay?
Facce,
We got no problem.
just keep... don't do that, Facce. Facce. Facce.
You gonna do the thing?
Okay. Okay.
You gonna do it?
I'll take down Supermark.
That's what I want to hear.
You just better not say a word about my identity.
I'm not gonna say anything, you stupid bat.
Do you mind if I ask, what the hell are you wearing? I flew in here to Gotham to try to find Batmark, and I find this guy. I don't know if I should be afraid of you or not. I mean, you look like a skeleton, but really, if I need to, one of those right in your face. But look, I'm here looking for Batmark. Do you know where he is? Have you seen him anywhere? I mean, look, I know you got look, I got a crypt in my hand. Look at me, I'm holding a coffin. Would you like me to squeeze you into said coffin? It can be arranged. If you don't tell me where Batmark is, then I think I may have to arrange that. You into a casket. We'll bury you someplace close by, though. Don't worry about it. Anyway, do you have any tips for me? Anywhere you want to send me? And if you send me to the wrong place, remember, I remember what you look like now. I have a photographic memory. I'm Supermark. Okay? And I'm also... You smell terrible, just so you know. But now I've got that in my nostrils and likely will never forget that smell. It will haunt me, in fact, from time to time, that you exist and smell like that. But I have it now, it's there. I'm almost like a canine dog. Supermark's got a canine dog situation going on where I can track down individuals months, years, even decades later based on a smell. Some people, they do it on a visual, they're doing it on an audio cue. Oh, I heard the voice and I can remember that that's Lex Luthor. Now, I'm able to do it all. I could do the Lex Luthor thing, I could do the smell, I could do the taste, and I could also elbow you right in the face if you don't tell me where Super Batmark is. But look, Batmark has really got it coming to him. I just want you to know. You may be thinking you're protecting him right now because, like, he's the guy who comes out here and gives you coffins and stuff. But he's a bad guy, okay? Everybody's like, oh, he's here to protect the city. No, he's not. He's here doing really bad things. And there's another guy maybe doing good things, but Batmark, bad guy, okay? He's basically one of my super nemesis. So anyway, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to stop you from doing your walk. If you want to keep marching, keep marching. I'm not stopping you from marching, am I? Am I stopping you from marching? Is it that I'm so super that you're like, I'm gonna stop here for a little while and I'm gonna just allow Supermark to be super. And look, I get it. I get it. Oh, that's the other thing. You have to sometimes remember that Super Mark can just attack when he feels like it. I'm not like the Superman that you may remember. I do have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder about certain things, like Bat Mark messing around and leaving me on the lurch. The other day I showed up. I'm in Times Square. I'm sitting there like this. I'm like, okay, let's go. I got Bat Mark coming. Let's go. I'm ready to go, right? I had my super fist ready. Again, not as super as the other guy's fists, but I have a little bit extra power behind it because I'm Super Mark. I wanted to just get this fight over with. I just wanted to have the fight with Bat Mark. Whoever wins, wins. We both go home. We have like a cappuccino or whatever, you know? But the idea that I'm there, I show up at 12 noon on the dot. High noon, he says. You gotta show up at high noon. High noon? I got there at freaking 11:55. I was there at 11:55. I don't know if you know, I'm Super Mark. I left at 11:54 from New York. I'm like, hey buddy, look, I'm here 11:55. You said 12 noon. Come at 12 noon on the dot. I'm there 11:55 in Hungary. A little hungry at the time because I flew from New York to Hungary. And they have goulash. It was terrible that day. They didn't have anything good. And I'm there, I'm waiting for Bat Mark to show up. It's supposed to be a rumble in Hungary. We're talking about across the planet on one breath, because I don't know if you know this, when you shoot across the planet and you're trying to get there in a couple seconds, you gotta hold your breath. You can't breathe in while you're going. What are you supposed to be like, flying the speed of sound? You're like, look at me, I'm breathing. You hold your freaking breath and you bolt it, right? You're going, and then all of a sudden, if you want to get another breath, if for some reason you run out of breath, which just doesn't happen, I'm super, but if you did, you'd have to come to a reasonable speed in order to actually get a breath. If you open your mouth even while you're flying at the speeds I fly at, you get slowed down by the wind and you could actually lose teeth. I don't suggest that. I don't recommend it at all. What I do suggest is that you tell me where Bat Mark is immediately. I'm really starting to lose my patience with you. I'm not sure if you really want me to help you because I'm thinking about it. I will unleash the power of the elbow. You let Bat Mark know that I was here, okay? And I'm coming back for him, okay? I want to meet him here in Gotham, high noon tomorrow. And I don't want to hear that he gets here and he's like, oh, I came and I left. No, you show up and you get here and you wait for me. You wait for Super Mark, because I'll be here most likely 11:55 again, depending. If I leave at 11:54, I may, just because he disrespected me this time, I may leave at 11:59. I'll show up here right at noon. I'll be here on the dot. And when he's hopefully standing right there going, are you ready, Super Mark? I'm gonna stand here and say, I'm absolutely ready. You disrespected me last time, so you're getting a super fist in your bat face. Here's the thing though, again, I don't know how he's able to do this. I go to super fist him in the face, right? And somehow he ducks and maneuvers around it. He's got some sort of super skill, even though he's not a superhuman. He's just a freaking guy. If I figure out who he is, it's over for him. If I figure out who is his actual identity, yeah, I will just torture the hell out of that guy. Are you kidding me? If I find out who he is, he's gonna be like in there shaving, and all of a sudden I'm gonna fly in and just what? How did I cut my face? I'll put the razor back in his hand after, so be like, what? I must have poked a little too hard on the razor. You can't, you can't mess around with Super Mark. The other thing I'll probably do is he'll be there sitting down to go to the bathroom, and first, bloop, I come and fly and take the toilet paper, and he'll have no idea. He'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go and flush now. Let me go and wipe. No toilet paper. It is gone. And so that's the bottom line here. You have to understand, Super Mark is going to take down Bat Mark. And if you're not prepared for it, remember, you'll get an elbow right in the face. So Super Mark is going to take off, and again, if you don't tell Bat Mark that I'm on to his scent, and again, I have your scent, it's completely horrific. Like, didn't your mother tell you you should wash your body, even just occasionally? You don't have to do it all the time. I know for you it's been apparently 18 months, is that about right? 18 months? You've been sitting here 18 months in that getup. I have a feeling you haven't even washed that stupid getup either. Tell Batmark, nobody wants to be around when you're around. In fact, I have a feeling the reason why you have such a bad reputation as a company is because of your stench. So anyway, you go back to being you with your silly crypt and, yeah. And I don't know what else to tell you than that. I'm off.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? I'm on my way to go get Supermark. He's going down this time. Yeah, kryptonite and a loco. Alfred doesn't like the plan, but I think it's a no-brainer, right? Locomotive, 77 miles an hour, 78 miles an hour, right into Supermark while he's standing there on the tracks. Kryptonite, explosion on impact, kills Supermark. Sonny the Fist comes and pounds his face.
All right, guys, I'm gonna
auto.
shut this down here. Sorry,
Look,
I
I
walked
just
upstairs and was doing a bunch of other things for a little while. I let the movie play. I want to say goodnight to Sub-Zero. Carrie, you rock. Dana in the house. Anna, I hope you're having a good night. Good night so much. Rose, I hope you feel better. Guys, I'm not sure if you caught at the very beginning of the show today, but Rose had a stroke. And so she is recovering right now. Please send love and light to Rose. And hopefully she has a speedy recovery and joins us soon here on the show for some love and light. I wanted to share something that I just found out as well that really touched me, but also in a bit, just very shocking, to be honest. And I didn't know him well, but I did subscribe to his program, and at some point, and I'd seen him. I think I'd listened to a few of the shows, and at one point, I think sent a note to him saying I'd love to, to have him on our show. But fellow streamer Kev Baker passed away, and the Kev Baker show. But he passed away, I guess from what is it called? CLOP, what is it called? COPD. And he's about my age, maybe a year older than me. And it was just shocking, because I think I just heard him on the air a few weeks ago, And when that happened, or find out, this just happened literally just a couple days ago. And when I heard about it, it just, it was quite shocking to say the least. And I wish his soul well and his family well. But, he was doing something that I think is very, very noble, which is to stream in this day and age and to provide an outlet for people. So, Godspeed, Kev Baker. Godspeed. Sorry we lost another great. But programs hopefully will continue to carry the torch for Kev and continue to deliver messages that allow people to connect, just like he did. So, again, my heart goes out to Kev Baker's family, and sorry to hear this news. Very sorry to hear it. Sub-Zero, you rock. Thank you so much for sticking around. Dana, you rock. So, yeah, the movie, we had Supermark and Batmark playing for a little while. Tomorrow, I may drop on a little Three's Company. We'll see. I'm not sure. I mean, we have so much content. We could play anything at any given time. Music. But tomorrow, we will do it all over again. So, fam, Dana and Sub-Zero, if you're here, say goodnight or forever hold your peace. Remember, tomorrow is day 1,105 in a row. We're just 95 days away from day 1,200 in a row, aren't we? Oh my goodness. Tomorrow might be a shorter show. We'll see. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be a shorter show, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great day tomorrow. I will probably drop some piece of content for you, or some shorts. I'll be dropping shorts every day, probably going forward here. And I just want to thank you guys for kicking it with me all night.
and I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance, man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. You got to go away. Till tomorrow, fam. Have a great night.